Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for heading over and joining me here on my channel, Septeria 18. I have some really lovely, sweet and pretty shabby themed shaker tags, and I made these using the digital kit from Shabby Art Boutique. She's asked me to be one of her guest designers, and I was so excited to be a part of her design team. And I'm going to show you the ones that I made, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is. You could make these really simple shaker tags using some sequins and your preferred papers. If you want to have a look at the digital kits that are in now from Shabby Art Boutique, it's her August collection. It is just gorgeous. It is available now in her Etsy store. I will link it down below so it'll take you straight to her Etsy store, and you can have a look at all of her gorgeous, beautiful shabby style digitals. They are just so stunning, especially if you love making shabby theme projects or with lovely colors and florals. Definitely you need to purchase one of her kits, and you can make a ton of projects and you can reprint them as many times as you like. I did a quick video sharing with you some of her digitals in her current collection. These are just some of the ones. Again, I'll just quickly show you if you want to have a look, and I'll also put the link down below to another project that I had already made using her kit. I'll see if I've got it here in front of me. Let me see, it's just this one. I had made a folio kit, well, if it's a folio with 6 pockets, and I thought this was just a great way for me to store some of her ephemera pieces after I had fussy cut them, and just a great place for me to store them in here. And I'll link the video to this project as well for you if you wanted to have a look. But look at these gorgeous gorgeous images, and you can just fussy cut these and then add these onto your projects. There are a ton of prints and images for you to cut out. So I'm just going to quickly just run through a few of these, because there are, I think, over 15 pages for you to download. But just quickly showing you those, and I'm going to just show you my next project that I made, and these are these tags, and I also had posted these on my Instagram as well. So this is one of the little tags. So I did make them into little shakers, so you can see there are sequins inside the window, and I use a piece of vellum to create the window for the little sequins inside. And then I did some fussy cutting, some of the word sentiments that are also in her kit. This gorgeous cute little butterfly, and these 2 words were actually on one piece. It was like on a little banner, and then I just cut it in half so I could separate it and add it to the tag. I also had this floral wreath. I used my Cricut to cut this one out because I wanted it a little bit smaller than the image that was in the kit. I did add some tulle on the top, and there is a little charm dangle here as well, just on the tag, with a little rose to coordinate with the theme, and a little glass pearl. And I just use a ball pin. And then on the back here is another tag where you can maybe write your note if you wanted to. And this is also in the kit, and it's just a cute little size, little note card. So that's that one, and that's the back of this one. And I did back it with another piece of her printed digital. So that's one of them, and this is another one. And I will be releasing some of these cute little antique bronze charm dangles as well. They'll be coming in my shop very soon. They're going to be really cute, and some of them will have little clusters of pearls and little charms. But this is my other one. You can see this one I used some tulle to create the window. And I did fussy cut this cute little rose. Let me just see if I printed one of those out just so you can see the paper. And you get a ton of these flowers on one of the sheets. So this is one of them, and you get one of the wreaths, and you get some leaves, butterflies. There's a cute little shabby style theme typewriter, and I just think it's so gorgeous. And it says "Dear Friend," and probably didn't mention it. The name of the kit is Forever Friends. It's the Forever Friends collection. Wasn't too sure if I'd mentioned that earlier on. So again, I'll just show this one. And then I did have this flower, paper flower, which is this one here. So it's one of these, and all I'd done was just cut a couple of the petals out and then just laid them on the top just to make it more decorative. I did add some pearls around the edge, and I used a flower punch to punch out this little flower using one of the printables, and some seam binding, and then backed it with one of her other digital prints. That's another really pretty one, and it's a lovely size too. And I'm really sorry about the glare or the shadow. I'm filming this late in the evening, and so I do apologize for that. So this is my other one, and again I added a little charm, a little butterfly to match the butterfly that was in her digital. Added a little tassel, and this is one of the other word sentiments. Says besties. Added a little flat back pearl, and then there is the tag again with some sequins. And this one has some, I used some tulle on this one as well. I fussy cut 2 different butterflies that were in her kit, and I just layered that on top of the other. And I did also, I lightly distressed the edges of the tags with the Tim Holtz tea dye distress ink. I just did a light distressing. It was just to cover the white of the edge. And then this also has that little note card as well in the back, and that's one of her other prints. So I thought this was a cute little project if you have some sequins, or you want to just make your tags a little bit different and just add something extra to add some more texture and dimension and make it more playful. And great way also to add to your packaging or to gift for Happy Mail. So I'm going to show you how you can make one of these, and you can use any papers you like, but I'm going to make it with one of her one of Shabby Art Boutique's digitals. So this is the larger size tag, and it's you get 4 on the sheet. So this is the one that I had here, so that's the one I'm going to use. So this is a larger one, and I thought it'd be easier for me to use the larger size for the tutorial so you could see it better than me making the smaller one. So the smaller one is from this, I'm not sure, I think it might have been this one, but there are, I think, 3 sheets of different tags in the kit. So this is just another one, so you can get in the larger size, this size, and then there's an even smaller size. Look how pretty they are. Aren't they just so pretty, so dainty, and so sweet to look at? Just love the florals and the mixes in there. So that's this one. So I'm going to make it using the larger size. All I did was just hand cut it with some good pair of scissors, and then you want to also cut another piece of our paper, and this is from her printables, and you want a paper to sort of fit in here, and I'll show you how to place it and what size you need. And you want some tulle. If you don't have any tulle, you can use some vellum, like I have here. If you don't have any vellum or tulle, you can perhaps use, the clear plastic from your packaging. You can use that kind of clear plastic. Let me see, I've got one here, I think. Oh no, you probably can't see it, but just one of these. You could probably use one of these and just cut it out. You could also maybe use the sleeve that you insert the A4 paper into those sleeve folders. You could use that as well if you wanted to. Just something where you can still see through for the sequins. Okay, let's get started with the tutorial. So all I've got here are 3 pieces of that you need, plus 1 more. I'm going to use this for the backing. So you want another piece of paper to create the backing, and that's optional. You don't have to have the backing if you want to leave it white. So you can just leave it like that, but I think it's nice to have a pattern paper. And you want to also have a punch. If you don't have a punch, you could use your die, or you could just use a paper cutter to cut out the circle. If you don't want to use a circle, you could cut out a square or a rectangle, just any shape you want to create the window. But I'll use this one. This is a 2-inch one, and the one I made for this one was a 1-inch circle punch. So the first thing you want to do is you want to grab your preferred tag shape. You can make your own tag or the tag that was in the kit. And we're going to make the hole. So I'm just going to, I'm going to go this way because I don't want it too low and it can only go so far. So I'm going to go this way and go up a little bit, and hopefully this will be as centered as I can get it. So, okay, it's not quite centered, but that's okay. When you do yours, you make it in the middle. And what I should have done was use my template. Normally I use a template and I place it on top of the tag and find the center, and I just put a little bit of tape and then place it on the tag, and then I'll know that is where I need to slide my circle punch. But I forgot to do that. And then you've got this little piece here, and you can use that for some embellishing and use it on other projects. So yeah, it's not centered, but I'll work with that. And so now what we're going to do, you're going to grab that little piece of paper, and you want to just cut a paper that will be enough to cover the window, as well as enough to fit around the back of your tag. So that's what you want to do, because that is what's going to support all of your sequins. And then you've got your window. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to grab your preferred window, and I'm going to place it here. So you also again want to make sure that it sits inside the tag as well. So this is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim that out a bit. You probably can't see the white tool in the light. So I'm just going to place that there. So that should be enough. So you grab your liquid glue and you're going to glue around the edge of your circle. So you want to apply glue all around the edge, and that will stop the sequence from coming out. And I'm just going to put a little bit up here. That's where the outside part of the tool. So I'm just going to drop it and place that down. And then you can see it's created a window already. So I'm just going to press that down a bit more. And you might want to just let that dry a little bit for a minute or two. But I won't wait for it to dry. Just a little bit too. Okay, and you're not going to see any of this. This will all get covered up, just as long as you've got yourself a window. And so now that part's done. Now you're going to grab this part, and that's going to be placed at the back. And then, and now what we're going to do, we're going to drop some sequins onto your base. I have here just a few little mixture of sequins in different sizes. And you want to, let me just, my hands are a little bit, it's got glue all over it. You're going to place your sequins somewhere in the middle and spread it out enough so that it will sit inside your window that you had punched out or cut out. And I'm just going to grab this. I'm just going to sort of just check to make sure that it's all in there. And you might say to yourself, okay, there's still room, I can add a little bit more, which I'm going to just add a little bit more, not too much more, because you want to be able to have it moving around. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Hope you can see that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn this back around and I'm going to apply glue again around the edge to stop these sequins from sliding away from the window. And I'm just going to also do this as well, just to secure that backing piece. Okay, so now I'm just going to just drop it down gently and press along the edge, so that way when you pick up your tag, the sequence is not going to slide underneath and start getting stuck around the edge. And again, you might want to just let it dry for a minute or two. There we go. And there's your little sequence shaker or shaker tag. Sequence shaker tag. So that's pretty much all there is to that part. That was pretty easy to do. And now the back. So you've got all of this part here. This is why I then tidy it up by adding a backing paper to the back. And I'm just going to grab that lovely print. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just place it on anywhere that I want to place it and cut around it. Now you don't have to be too perfect at this stage, because then you can tidy up the edges after it's been glued down on your tag. So let's just go around. I like to sort of cut it just a little bit out of the tag, and then I can tidy it up later once it's glued down. Okay, so now I'm going to just turn that around that way, and I'm just going to adhere it to the back here, and making sure you apply glue all close to the edge so that it all gets sealed properly. You can use double-sided tape if you wanted to. I just find it's quicker to use liquid glue, and it gives you time to move and adjust your paper. With the double-sided tape, once it's stuck on, it's pretty much stuck on. Right, so I'm just going to do my best to try and get it all lined up, and I'll just tidy it all up afterwards. So you can see it's not lining up nicely. Oops. Good. That's good enough. I can always just trim around now. I'm just going to tidy it all up, press it all down. And this is why I distress the edges, because it sort of hides some of the little faults around the edge where you might have some imperfect trimming around the edge. I might just quickly distress the tag in case, for those that don't know or have not done any distressing before with some inks. I'll just quickly show you how I just do some light distressing. So that's pretty much all there is to this cute little shabby style shaker tag. So let's do a little bit of inking the edge. I'm just going to do a light one. I don't like to overdo the distressing. Because I still like the colours to pop out. So that's pretty much all there is. I just sort of lightly just do that with this is a Tim Holtz distress sponge. And that's it. And then all you do next is have fun decorating and adding your trim, if you want to add some trim to the top. And so that's pretty much all there is to this really fun little simple shaker tag. I think this turned out really cute. So they're the two different sizes. So I hope you enjoyed this fun tutorial using Shabby Art Boutique's Forever Friends digital kit collection for August. Check out her store, and she also has a Facebook page and also her website. I'll link everything down below, and I hope you'll join me in my next video. Bye for now.